Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Rear Naked Locks. We're gonna go ahead and give you guys a recap of yesterday's fight night. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the results that we got overall betting wise. So, let's jump into it.
Overall, I mean, I took the easy way out and I picked off favorites, but it's like 93, 84. I finally caught up to you in that lifetime score, you know?
I was doing good until I fucking went against Usman. So I was like, damn. But, I mean, he's back.
Yeah.
Like, he looks like he's back, so.
It's funny. I kept having visions of like, damn, I was like, what if Usman shows up a little bit?
You let that recency bias, dude. Because if you think about it, like his fight with Chimaev, dude survived.
Yeah,
and, he only got dominated versus Leon the second time. The first time was a fluke. On paper, we should have known.
I was more worried about the layoff, honestly, but I mean, we'll get into that a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
In that first fight, we had Vanessa Demopoulos against Jamie Lynn Horth. I'll be honest, I was only half watching this fight. But, I mean, when it's expected, Demopoulos is too small. Respect for taking the fight in short notice up a weight class, but way too small. I mean, honestly, Horth should have finished her, but
yeah.
Just goes to show that she's on the high level either.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Horth extremely one-sided. She could have finished the fight. I mean, my dad had that Horth by KO bet plus 900, so it was gonna hit, but Dima was surviving.
Yeah.
She's tough, but she's not that good, bro.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, we'll see if she gets cut out this one, but she might do a favor with some of her clients, you know.
All right, next up we got Roe versus Lusa. I mean, you and me, we kind of talked about it. Like, we were both going for Roe, but we thought Lusa was gonna edge out the decision. It looked like it was gonna go to the decision, and it looked like Roe was gonna lose the fight. And then Roe just bit down his mouth guard and literally just drowned this dude in the last minute of the fight, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those fights where I'm glad we got the pick right, you know. Because I'm a big fan of Roe. He's come through for me multiple times, but it's just hard to bet on this dude because it goes exactly like that, where he's getting dominated for 2 rounds and then he needs a Hail Mary KO. It's just not always gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, it's because the only thing that I personally think he needs to change is he needs to stop accepting ground bottom position. You know, he's trying to get submissions off his back, but that's how you just end up losing rounds. Like round 1, Lusa just had him on his back. He was trying to play guard. He wasn't even trying to get up. I was just like, bro, you just wasted a full round. And just like you said, he's not gonna be able to get that Hail Mary KO in the last minute. Because if they take him down and hold against the cage, there goes another L on his record, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I think Buckley must have been watching this fight on the TV warming up. He put him in the same strategy as Roe, but he didn't get that comeback, you know?
Now we'll talk about that one. No takedown defense Buckley, man.
Yeah, straight up. After that, we had Ricky Simon versus Cameron Smotherman. Honestly, Smotherman looked a lot better than I thought he would. His takedown defense looked decent. His submission defense looked pretty good. I sprinkled a little bit on Simone sub, and in that first round, I was licking my lips already. I thought I was cashing, but overall, Simone pretty much dominated. He did what he needed to do. He smothered him. He gave him the chance to fight him on the feet, and he still beat him. So, respect to Simone. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, Sticky Ricky. I knew he was the lock. I was just afraid Smother was gonna catch him, but Simone stuck to the game plan and just mauled him. You know, class act. He was definitely minus 400.
Yeah,
he looked every minute. Yeah. He looked every number of that, bro. He just, it was extremely one-sided, but he was a lock for a reason, bro. He's a lock for the reason.
Yeah, honestly, I mean the over 2.5 was a play, but it's just sketchy, man. You just never know with Simone. He might just fucking put you in the guillotine choke and put you out, you know?
Yeah, you're under arrest comment he made to Smotherman, though. That was aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, especially in this climate we're going in, you know?
Yeah, that was an aggressive thing to say.
Straight up. But man, I'm glad we got that one correct, you know?
Yeah, he was one of the main ones. We got Durden versus Ochoa. Man, we didn't put enough emphasis on Ochoa, bro. We both said Ochoa was gonna get it done. We both said like that Durden wasn't that guy anymore, dude. Ochoa was looking like the lock of the year, bro. He dismantled Durden in his hometown. Bro, those body shots, those body work he was doing, man, he just crumbled him. He flatlined KO'd him in front of his family. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Peruvians, man. Peruvians don't get knocked out, bro. These dudes are savages. Once I saw he was from Shoot the Box, I watched him his highlights. I was like, oh, man, this guy's going to fucking murder Durden. I mean, I like Durden. I've been on him a bunch of times. I've been on him against Tagir, and he got mauled. But hey, he always be a dude I respect because he brings it, but he got fucking destroyed.
Yeah, he's takedown or bust, bro. And like Ochoa's defense looks solid. His distance management is what got him the victory, bro. Those teeps to the stomach, it was a wrap, dude. His hands, fucking dirty. His hands were low like a minute into the fight. I was like, oh, it's done.
Yeah, he landed like fucking 5 kicks to the body in 30 seconds, just whipping him. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, dude's a fucking killer. It was a gift line, and we didn't take full advantage of it. I mean, we did put him in a parlay. That was a good call, but that KO at plus 165, that shit was free, man. We fucked up.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020, huh?
Yeah, straight up. I mean, Ochoa will be fucking. He'll be on my radar for his next fight for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Chris Moutinho. Damn, this went a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. Wellmaker put an ass beating on this dude, bro. This dude has a touch of death. I think he might be the Ngannou of the weight class, straight up.
Yeah,
the way he puts people out is crazy.
Right hook, right hook, right hook.
Yeah, dude. I still think I don't think he's that good yet, though. He's still pretty green. He puts his chin up in the air when he throws that check hook. If he misses that shit and somebody counters him, that's where it might get sketchy. And honestly, Moutinho was able to initiate the grappling a little bit in the clinch. I was like, okay, there's some paths to victories for some people, you know?
No, it looked like it was like Moutinho was a lamb to slaughter like right away, bro. He looked like he wasn't in the fight. He wasn't even like super in shape. So it was just a matter of time. I was like, is he gonna get knocked out round 1 or he's gonna get knocked out round 2? But that knockout in slow motion, bro, that was just sad to see. I was like, dude, they did him no favors on his comeback fight. But yeah, like Wellmaker definitely like he leads with his punches, head in the sky. So I'm curious to see how his takedown defense is. But right now, dude, he's definitely must watch TV.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only problem with him is he's 31, you know, so it's like can't take too much time with him. So eventually he's gonna have to fight a killer with a good chin or a grappler, and that's where it might get interesting.
Throw him to the wolves, you know. Fuck it.
Yeah, they got my boy Peyton Talbot fighting Felipe Lima, you know, after one loss. It's crazy.
Banger fight though.
Yeah, straight up.
All right. Next up, you got Chiesa versus McGee. Man, it was a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like definitely, like there's probably like a couple of ground exchanges or like against the fence. It was mostly strikers. It was a striking battle. It looked like a sparring match, to be honest. But yeah, Chiesa definitely got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of our locks. Well, he was my pick for lock of the week. I thought, I said it during the breakdown that he'd have like the more power in the striking. But I didn't think it would be a 15-minute striking battle. I thought eventually he'd be able to get him down and, you know, use his size to keep McGee down or maybe pursue a takedown. Absolutely not. Hey, but he fought the correct game plan. He fought behind the jab the whole fight, and what more can you ask for, you know?
Yeah, that Chiesa sub was a donation.
Straight up. But whatever, man. No, we take that. Anytime we pick a fighter the lock of the week, we want them to fight a perfect game plan and no bullshit, man. Just fucking fight your fight and just, you know, dominate.
Like I thought Chiesa was older than McGee though, to be honest.
Yeah, miles wise, he probably is. I mean, he's a dude fucking one Ultimate Fighter. Well, I think they both want the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, like dude, they're on their way out, bro. Just give them one more, give me fight, and get them out of here, bro.
Yeah, McGee's striking look horrendous. So I think you give him a striker with decent takedown defense, and he's getting knocked out again.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Man, this fight, we had Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. This fight was getting me upset, bro. Freaking Bellato, his dude would not fucking throw punches. Like, I don't know what his game plan was here. Just let Craig fucking move around freely, back himself up against the cage, and not throw punches at Craig's head. He has no chin. Like, I like Craig, but he has no fucking chin.
Yeah,
It's like the one time Bellato hit him, like it didn't wobble him, but it stunned his ass. And then I'm not sure if my boy's he went to the Leonardo DiCaprio School of Acting, and and he didn't get knocked out by the up kick, but if he was acting, put him in the fucking Martin Scorsese film because he's winning an Oscar.
Nah. Yeah, comment down below if you think that was a legit knockout or he faked it. After watching the replay, slow mo, he faked it, bro. He faked it. He was like the kick hit him. He looked at the ref. He fell down, put his eyes closed, fake seizure, woke up, pretend he was fighting. I was like, nah, he just wanted out. Just goes to show that herpes thing was a lie too. He just doesn't want to fight.
Maybe.
Like he wanted that DQ. He wanted that DQ.
Hey, but honestly, it should have been a DQ because it's not whether you think he faked it or not. There's no evidence, man. He got hit in the fucking brain. It could be delayed KO. Honestly, that ref. I mean, we'll get more into him later, but this fucking cartoon ref over there, he never makes the decisions, bro. Like, make the call. Did he get hit in the head? Yes. Did it look like he got KO'd on initial watch? Yes. Did Craig throw the kick intentionally? Yes. That's a fucking DQ, dog.
Yeah. Or at least a -1 or nothing, dude. Like he was just like, oh no, we're gonna go to scorecards. I was like, what? Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, no contest. I was like, bro, at least the bet got pushed, but left bad taste in my mouth because like Bellato had him. Well, at least I thought he had him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a little salty. I had a big parlay with the under 1.5 here. Wellmaker were on one. Freaking Ochoa inside the distance. It would have lost anyways because I had Edmen Shabazyan inside the distance. But hey, man, I could have had Zharis with it, shout out to the cartoon, bro. He got me.
Yeah. All right, next up we got Sai versus Benefield. Again, another like kind of like weird watch. Like Sai wasn't really like grappling. He was trying to strike with Benefield. Benefield was landing the bigger shots, and Sai was trying to like close the distance and jab outside, grapple, and like Benefield got it done. Like he was a super underdog, and he edged out the win. I was in disgust.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a terrible fight. I don't know what. Benefield just has his way of just winning these fucking garbage fights. But respect, bro. He was the only one throwing, so I'm not even getting shit on him. His side, round 2, showed the perfect game plan to beat Benefield, and then round 3 he doesn't fucking push one takedown. Like, the fuck is this guy doing? I don't know. This is why we didn't ban this guy, because he's not trustworthy, and fucking Benefield has 3 chunk legs.
This is what I'm saying.
Respect to Benefield.
Like sometimes I feel like the UFC tells these guys like, hey, like you better not wrestle, because like when they're out of character like that, I was like every other fight, you're a crotch sniffer. But then the fight that we have you on, you want to stand and bang. I was like, nah, come on, something's fishy.
Yeah, and then anytime Benefield would hit him, it would launch his ass like 10 feet back. Like, dude, yeah. This dude was scared to get hit. I was like, oh my god, bro.
6'4", nothing, pure nothing.
Yeah, this fight was horrible. I mean, Benefield. Hopefully, he's a favorite in his next fight because there's a clear path to beat this guy. So, like, we'll see. But Sadabu C is a fucking fraud. Or Umar C is fucking Sadabu's brother.
They're both weak.
But man, we had Cody Garbrandt versus Ronnie Barcelos next. Dude, Cody must not train cardio ever in his life anymore. Because what the fuck happened? He fucking fell off a fucking cliff. Prime Cody, even like slightly past the Prime Cody would have dominated this fight. Round 1, he was dominating him. Round 2, 3, what the fuck? This fucking guy, dude. How does a fucking 38-year-old Brazilian have better cardio than you? Should be embarrassed.
Like this is
That
like
was.
big Cody. It was just pure heart. I didn't think 38-year-old fucking Ronnie was gonna do it to me again. I had Talbot last time. I had Cody this time. I was like, this guy, he's decent, bro, but he's not championship material. Like someone's gonna chin his ass. I thought Cody
Yeah.
was the one, but I'm not gonna lie. There's multiple times where Ronnie had the opportunity to chin Cody, and I was in disbelief. I was like, there's no way he's gonna knock Cody out right now. And Cody was just sitting there flat footed. One round or bust now. Like, dude needs to retire, bro. Like he's just not there. Like he's over there getting tattoos, midlife crisis and stuff, and instead of like training, dude, it's sad to watch because like if you guys were like watching the UFC like a few years ago, like dude was like the epitome of like the champion, head movement, knockout, power, cardio, and now it's like a different version of him. It's hard to see.
Yeah, I think he mentally checks out now because it's only thing makes sense. Round 2, he got stunned, and round 3, he just didn't have the same fire. Like I don't know, throw punches, bro. I think in the last, if I remember correctly, in the last minute he threw like fucking one punch. Like
Yeah, so dude, like if you know you're gonna get taken down, like just put the rest on his back foot and just start throwing punches, dude. He's over there. Every fake that Ronnie threw, fucking Cody was reacting to it, bro. He had that dude shook. I was in shock. I was like, there's no way. There's no way you're letting Ronnie lead the dance right now.
yeah, whatever. That was disappointing. I picked Barcelos, but I was secretly going for Cody the whole time.
All right. Next, we got Shabazyan versus Petrosky. I mean, we knew it. Like Shabazyan was the second leg of that like of one of our parlays, and we called it. Like these young guys are just like they're just taking over the sport. And Petrosyan, he's like a part-time fighter, so it was a good take on our side. Like Shabazzian pretty much dominated, and his move to Factory X, like you could tell that they're making the kid train takedown defense because he didn't look like a chump in there anymore. So like I'm becoming like an even bigger fan of like Edmen, and like I think I'm going to start like putting a lot more bets on him because his biggest weakness before was his takedown defense. Like the times he got mauled, like he's been knocked out and like controlled his whole career, but now like it looks like he's been working on it. So his striking is deadly. He's not a grappler,
Yeah,
he's a striker, but if you have good defense and like good hands, it's like your recipe for fucking success. So he had a pretty much like good overall fight on his part, and Petrosky's like his hand was shattered from blocking all those kicks.
let's get into that part, man. How does the ref not stop the fight, bro? It was clear as day. He broke his arm. Petrosky he gets kicked in the arm. Petrosky looks at it, falls back to his back, covers up, fight's over. Fight's over. But my boy's fucking standing 10 miles away in the fucking octagon. Same fucking cartoon ref that didn't fucking rule the DQ against Bellato. Like, this dude's a fucking coward ref.
He
Make
just
the call, bro.
he wanted free money. He wanted free money.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to get involved. He doesn't want to affect the outcome of fights. But you're the referee, bro. It's your job. It's like you letting Petrosky eat more fucking damage for another minute for what? His arm is shattered. He's losing the fight. That's TKO, bro. It's TKO for injury.
Yeah, we had Edmund by finish, so it was a little hard to watch. Fucking ref taking.
Yeah. Hey, but shout out to the Rhino Rush. We guys matched that one. That was the first bet that we hit of the day, and it was solid.
Definitely solid. All right, we're gonna jump into the Rose and Maverick fight. It was a pretty good fight. It was a pretty good back and forth. I think Rose definitely won the decision. I think the most kind of like close round. I think was round one. Like you could have given it to either or, but I thought Rose edged out round one. I thought Maverick took round two, and then, well, actually no, I think Rose won all three rounds because Rose dropped her at the end and controlled her. And I feel like people are just thinking that Maverick won the second round because she ended off, like with her back and landed a bunch of punches. But you can't let the last like 15, 20 seconds of the round determine the whole round. Like if you step back and look at the whole round, like I thought Rose dominated pretty much all 3 rounds. To be honest, well, the first round could have gone either way. Round two, round three for sure were Rose. Like how about
Yeah, I mean, I think people forget that Rose had the renegade choke, shattered back. Um, yeah, the arm triangle was in deep, but she got out of it. It's like if you're gonna give her credit for the arm triangle, you got to give Rose credit for the two renegade choke attempts. I don't know. I think people just saw like maybe they had Maverick bets. I mean, plus 225 is good, good value, but I don't think it was as close as people were making it out to be. Like it was like kind of close, but the rounds had clear winners. I personally had a 30-27 Rose, but you could give Maverick round one. I definitely don't think you can give round two. That's for sure.
no? Yeah, I feel like definitely because if you look at the control time on round two, I think Rose had like 2 to 3, like yeah, like 2 minutes of control time, and
Yeah,
then one was like back and forth, but round three was clear as day Rose
yeah,
dropped her, so like that's an automatic win.
straight up.
Like,
I mean,
whether you're on the left side or the right side of the fence, like worst case 29-28 Rose in my opinion.
man, she looked pretty good, and she cashed the bets for us.
Last leg of the Ricky Rose, and then she was part of the around the world as well. So like Rose is still good, bro. Like she's definitely like checking these new girls. Like if they're not well rounded, like Rose like definitely like takes them to school, bro. She did it.
Yeah,
She did it to Maverick. That Blanchfield fight was like is like she gassed, bro. But like it was back and forth as well. So like run that shit back or like her versus her versus Grosso would be a good fight right there. I
yeah. I mean, we'll
actually
see.
too.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good test for Grosso to see where she's at. If she's, because I mean, honestly, she's looked pretty washed in her last two fights, but Rose is not going to take her down over and over. So, and she's not a super kickboxer like Silva, so it'd be close.
Yeah.
And the main event, we had Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. Man, primetime Usman showed up. I was in shock. we had Buckley as our lock of the week, well, as our final leg of the lock of the week play. And honestly, I'm not sure what his game plan was here. It seemed like he was just accepting the takedowns, like because in round five, that's when he started actually sprawling out and attempting to stuff him. Whereas in the other rounds, he would get taken down. He's laughing and he's talking to Usman like, "Motherfucker, get up!" It's like, yeah, but Usman showed that he still got that Khabib level wrestling. He kept controlling the legs. Anytime Buckley would even attempt to move towards the cage, he'd scoop his ass up and bring him back. And it was impressive. I mean, shout out to everybody who bet on Usman because that was definitely a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, like hindsight's 2020. Like after, like during the fight, I was like, damn, we bet against this guy. That's crazy. Like he looked like championship level Usman and Buckley. Like I don't know what his game plan was. Like I don't know if he thought Usman was gonna stand and bang with him, like he did with Leon, because Buckley looked confused, bro. He looked confused on the floor, accepting bottom, not trying to get up. He was like, his striking was the path to victory, but he couldn't let the hands go because he was afraid that Usman was going to take him down, and that was the story of the fight. Like
Yeah,
in round five, like Bucky was trying to go for that Leon type knockout, but it just wasn't enough, dude. The uppercut was money. It was missing by like inches, but I mean, like you just can't take off 15 minutes and then on the last round, like you just want to come and like put all your strength into one punch. Like it's not gonna work like that. So it was very tough to watch. Like, but after the first round, I was like, yeah, we lost. Like, yeah, we lost.
yeah, it was clear as day. We needed a
I was
Hail
like,
Mary.
yeah, like I looked at Henry and I was like, damn, we really bet against Usman.
Hey man, but for those of you that hedge out, if you did match the parlays, we went 3 out of 4, and the last bet was riding on Buckley. So if you're one of those people who hedges out, you would have got that plus 210 on Usman, and you would have made money regardless. But hey, Kamaru looked good. Get my boy Bilal next, and that should be the next fight. Two vets, two former champs. Run it.
Drop the podcast,
Yeah,
the law podcast.
Straight up. Next up, we're just gonna get into our bets, and we're gonna recap the bets and how they did.
All right, so if you guys are new to the channel, one of my bets is the around the world parlay, where I take three fighters from different parts of the world and then I parlay them together. So then for this card, I got plus 112 odds on Bellato from Brazil, Sticky Ricky from USA, and Rose from Lithuania. And I go based off the flag that they walk out with. So Rose always goes USA and Lithuania. So overall, this one should have hit 100%. Bellato, took the easy way out on that. We'll say on that disqualification knee. I mean, on that disqualification up kick. But overall, this bet should have hit. I mean, it did hit because Bellato got pushed. But follow us for every single fight card. I'm gonna give you guys the around the world parlay. Three fighters from different parts of the world. I always give you guys the best value. Plus 112. Sorry about the background noise. Plus 112 all day, every day. Like if you guys would have matched it, you guys would have cashed. All right, the next one. This one was the last second one. Sticky Ricky Rose parlay. So Rose Namajunas and Ricky Simone. I just made this parlay because I thought it was like the two most fighters in the card that I had faith on. So Sticky Ricky Rose, hands down, they had the clearest path to victory and they didn't disappoint. I like both of these fighters because they stick to their game plan, and fighters that stick to the game plan cash for us all day, every day. So if you guys want to match Sticky Rose at minus 131, let's go, baby. Cash all day. 137, sorry.
The Rhino Rush parlay. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of this one because the logic was there. To pick the younger fighters and hope they dominate, and they definitely did. I was expecting Edmen to get the KO, but it was pretty damn close. Petrosky's pretty tough. It just seemed like Edmen was trying to pace himself so he wouldn't gas out. But a super good performance from him. And Ochoa, he's a killer. I told you guys, he's a monster. This dude, inside the distance, it's the only play. He's a shoot the box guy. He's all gas, no breaks. He's gonna go in and try to commit murder every fight. So if you guys match this one, you had a plus 139 odds. This is as easy as it gets. We're gonna keep that momentum going. Another Rhino Rush loading up for next week, and we're gonna hit that. And honestly, Henry's Rhino Rush going 2 for 2 next week. Let's go.
All right, so for this one, we have the play of the week where we pick three of the fighters of the card that we have most faith in. So I picked Buckley, and that shit missed, but it was hindsight's 2020, Like we picked Wellmaker as well, and then Henry had faith in Chiesa, which is 2 locks. But like if you guys would have hedged out, like Henry said on the main event, you guys would have cashed because Usman at minus was like 200. Like that was free money. Like if you would have hedged out on us. But overall, 3 for 4 on the parlays, like can't beat it.
Yeah, and honestly, we're just trying not to pick the same fighters in these plays, so that's what makes it a little more difficult. Because I mean, Chato had Ricky Simone and as his lock originally, and then he switched that over to the round the world. If we did reuse the fighters, would have been Simone in there, and that would have been easy cash. But overall, we're gonna try to just keep it fresh, keep it entertaining with like different fighters for every parlay. There might be some weeks we'll have to reuse some fighters just because those ones are dog shit. But yeah, I mean 3 out of 4. I mean I think it's a good week. If you guys matched our parlays, definitely would have made money there. It would have been up like 3 units, depending on how many units you put on each parlay. But that's a good week.
Yeah, like overall, like if you guys like our parlays, if you guys fade them, or if you guys match them, comment down below. Tell us how much money you lost, how much money you made, and also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our like Instagram, our Twitter, and our new TikTok. We have a new TikTok, and that is Rear Naked Locks MMA because the first one got taken down, but this one's not gonna get taken down, guys. We give you guys up-to-date parlays. We give you guys our impressions of the fights before it happens, after it happens, and tough house predictions and analysis as well. So thanks again for tuning in to Rear Naked Locks. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, peace out, guys.